Ladies, if you are expecting a baby for the first time and planning to deliver with an epidural, there are some things that I want to share that I wish somebody had shared with me about what to expect about getting an epidural. I had heard so many women talk about how the epidural was their saving grace. It literally took all their pain away. They were able to sleep until it was time to push. That I was under the impression that that would be the case for me, that I would get the epidural, no longer feel a single thing, push the baby out when they tell me I need to push, and then there's baby on my chest, and I got off feeling minimal pain or anything of the sort. And that was simply not the right expectation to have about getting the epidural. For both of my labor and delivery experiences, it did take away the pain that I was feeling from my contractions, which I have since learned is the goal of getting the epidural. But what it was not effective at was removing the pressure that I was feeling when it was time to push. And I think if you haven't had a baby, you hear the term pressure and you just think like, oh, pressure, like that's not a big deal. In my experience, both times, the pressure that I felt when it was time to push was so intense, it felt, to me, painful. And that is something that I wish someone had prepared me for, was that moment when it is time to push. The sensations that you're feeling can be very uncomfortable. Now, I know in labor and delivery, nurses, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe feeling that pressure is helpful in the delivery process because it just helps you to push more effectively. That was true with him. I felt a little bit more. I pushed for less amount of time, and I felt like I was a little bit more in control. But I just felt like that was something that I was not prepared for at all. And so it kind of sent me into a panic the first time around, feeling the pressure so intensely. And I'm not going to speak for everybody. Like, I know for some women, I've had friends that get the epidural and it is dosed so high that they literally don't feel anything for the rest of their labor and delivery experience. So I'm not going to act like that's what it's like for everybody. But that's what it was like for me. And since it happened that way both times now, I'm realizing, okay, maybe this is more common and maybe more women need to be aware of it going into their first labor and delivery experience, because I wish I had been prepared. So ladies, if you have given birth with the epidural before, comment below what your experience was with it, because I know it affects people in so many different ways. And so I just feel like maybe this video could be helpful to other women that are preparing for a medicated birth to just kind of see what some of the potential outcomes are so that they can prepare mentally for multiple different experiences, because that is not something that I did, and that is something that I wish I had done after experiencing it for myself.